Chapter 13. Can you feel a chill on the back of your neck, ladies and gentlemen? Because Sora, Donald, and Goofy have just entered the Ghost Zone, the ghastliest and spookiest place in the galaxy. Ghouls and gremlins alike gather within this realm of horror to discuss how to be even scarier than they already are. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, if you are sensitive towards scary situations, I implore you to please cover your ears for the remainder of this chapter. Sora and his friends disembark from the candy ship and silently step into the Ghost Zone's village square. Normally, this would be a terrifying situation for any mortal, but Sora, Donald, and Goofy are much more frightening than any monster can hope to be. It is not they who must beware the spookums, but the spookums who must beware them. As our heroes make their way through town, they spot none other than a gang of bloodthirsty heartless. It would seem that not even a place as horrid and ferocious as this is as safe from the dark servants of damnation. Sora and company approach the evil horde like a deadly serpent poised to strike. But as they soon discover, these heartless are not so much bloodlusted as they are blood apathetic. Our heroes are quite befuddled by this behavior. Under ordinary circumstances, the heartless would be attempting to violently maul anyone and anything that makes its way into their vicinity. But these guys look like they wouldn't even hurt a speck of dust. Maybe the heartless just really like Halloween. But before our heroes can think on the matter any further, they are disrupted by a spooky bubbling noise. And there, out from the fountain of green Kool-Aid, rises the one and only Jackie Skullbones, the king of October festivities. Jackie firmly welcomes Sora and his friends to his humble town and offers them the grand tour of the Ghost Zone's most popular graveyards and crematoriums. Sora tells them that they're only interested in the heartless and their mysterious and downright kooky behavior. Jackie the Skull tells them that it is the work of the brilliant Dr. Wrinklestein and happily leads them to his laboratory. Within the lab, Wrinklestein is glad to reveal the product of his genius, a mechanical heart capable of controlling and contorting the darkness towards the user's own desires. With it, even the heartless can be made to toil and work just like a minimum wage employee. Sora does not like the sound of this one bit. He pounds loudly on the desk with his powerful fists of rage. Only a fool would attempt to control the vile forces of damnation. This heretical act will only wreak ruin and destruction upon this world. Jackie Skullbones informs Sora that the Ghost Zone actually has a long history with black magic. He proceeds to tell a story of the town's history involving possessions and voodooism and the like, and how it all ended up leading to the current political climate that we see today. But oh shit! While Jackie is busy telling his boring bullshit, the local hooligans have stolen the Heart of Doom. Jeepers creepers! Chase after that heart, Sora. Who knows what kind of crap will happen if it falls into the wrong hands. But it's too late. The little hoodlums have the fast feet of a deer, and they slip away before you know it. Jackie informs Sora that those children work for Uncle Booger, a creepy weirdo that lives in the outskirts of town. Skullbones would bet his left fibula that is where the rascals are headed. Sora and Jackie decide to team up to confront Uncle Booger and take back that goddamn heart. Thanks to Goofy's excellent tracking skills, in no time at all, our heroes arrive at Uncle Booger's secret condo. And within is none other than the nasty uncle himself. Booger looks like what would happen if a wizard's hat got lost in a starfish factory and then drank too many bugs in the morning. A nasty piece of work for sure. Ah ha ha ha, he cackles as centipedes dribble out of his mouth hole. Uncle Booger is desperate to gain control of the Heartless so that he can finally have friends to call his own. But our heroes refuse to allow such an insane plan to come to fruition. But unfortunately, they're too late. Jackie and Sora arrive just in time to watch as Uncle Booger devours the Heart of Darkness, absorbing its evil powers into himself. At last, no more lonely birthdays, the sad potato sack declares. With a bellowing moan, he calls upon the Heartless to come to his side. But the Heartless do not come, because even with the powers of darkness at his disposal, nobody wants to be friends with the Booger Man. This makes Uncle Booger majorly bummed out. To cheer himself up, he decides to engage in his favorite pastime, torturing people. But not today, you boogie bastard. Instruments of torture are no match for Donald and Goofy's karate chops of justice. Pow! Zing! All of Booger's traps and weapons are blown right out of the park. With the opportunity to strike revealed, Jackie Skullbones casts his Conjure Pesticide spell, hitting Uncle Booger with an Armageddon of bug spray. At last, the bothersome Boogie is reduced to nothing more than a pile of tiny insectoid cadavers. The day is won, and the whole Ghost Zone learns that it's not okay to try to control dark forces beyond their understanding. Jackie, Wrinklestein, and all the rest all thank Donald, Sora, and Goofy for their help today. They'd love to stay and chat a bit longer, but this chapter is getting way too scary for the audience to handle. So our heroes say goodbye to the town and at last return to outer space where they belong. But I'm sure we'll see them all again in our nightmares.